Next one is from Mike Durbin, and the subject is guys.
Hey, wait 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hey guys, did you guys see the SJW Snowflake Colt Cabana's tweet about making a conscious effort not to use the word guys on his podcast anymore? I guess it's not inclusive enough. Why does someone need to publicly make this statement? Would either of you guys ever make this kind of lame signal boost in your podcast or social media? You guys got to read all the comments in this thread. It's a great way to see how pathetic today's wrestling fan is. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you, guys. Mike Durbin, tweet is attached. Can one of you guys please read it aloud, please? Okay, here's the tweet from Colt Cabana. You ready, Konnan?
Yes.
For years, I opened my podcast saying, how you guys doing? I've made conscious effort to change it to, how's everyone doing? I will slip because it's been such a constant society, but I'm trying to work on not using quote-unquote guys as a word for quote-unquote everyone.
Wow. What a trailblazer.
Let me explain something.
And I like Colt. I like his show.
Let me just say this. Can I say this first?
Yes.
Okay. I like, just like Feeney, I like Colt. Yeah. Always treated me great. And I find him funny. But Colt, we are sending you a box of Girl Scout cookies and a testosterone patch courtesy of K100. Please use.
There you go.
Let me this tweet is a perfect illustration of how these social justice causes, like when people say them like they sound good. Oh, inclusive, yeah, we're being but you look at the reality of the situation is. Let me give you an absolutely perfect example of this. I've worked in a gentleman's club for 11 years, okay? I've constantly, for the better part of 11 years, like when there's a group of girls together, go, hey, you guys come over here. Not one time in 11 years working 5 days a week or something, has any of them ever taken offense to me calling them, hey, you guys. Okay?
Right.
I'm so like all this is perfect example of what the thing is the term, if people haven't heard this before.
It's just a term.
The term virtue signaling.
Right.
Meaning like you are making a statement to draw attention to yourself about how good of a person you're being, right? Yeah. And it's useless in this case because girls do not care about that. All right. So it's like, you're not including you're just making a statement.
Maybe progressive girls do like that, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Bro, and here's one thing that you got that's so true. That type of shit, right? Mm-hmm. Is the type of shit that made this race closer than anything else. Yeah. That type of shit where people were like, what the is going on with you guys?
Why do you care about stuff like this?
Right.
And everything's fine.
Right. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it's it's just a term. Hey guys, it's almost like holy shit. It's just a term. You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you
this. And here's a one thing I do want to say about the progressives. There's a lot of double standards with them because no one can bully them. But if you don't agree with them, it's okay to be ostracized, tremendous word for a Latino, bullied, or even canceled by them. You know what I'm saying? And I find that very hypocritical.
This is funny because this morning on this is the day we're recording this on Great Morning Britain, Piers Morgan was arguing they want to change the name of fishermen to fisher people.
Right.
Okay. When literally, like they're talking about the trolley, like things, literally they did a study, like 2.3% of the profession are men, are women. Like it's 97.7% men do this, everything, and they want to change it to make it more inclusive. Like it's actually going to make more women want to be a freaking fisher person.
Right.
It's like, I mean, like, bro, it's like, you don't have to be inclusive where people don't want to be included. It's like we're trying to be inclusive, but it's like, like, what are we doing? Being inclusive in athletics? It's like, no, well, do you think maybe the girls don't want to compete against the boys? You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Like, sometimes I'll talk to people like my godson, Dominic, right? Dom's got to be like 21, right? So I'm like, what do you think about all this bullshit? And he goes, yeah, I don't understand it. I'm not down with it, right? So I'm like, all right, so it isn't every young guy. And I'm like, well, how about the guys in your circle that you hang out with? How many guys are kind of like that? He goes, well, not really nobody. And I'm like, all right, so you don't hang around with a bunch of progressive nerds. Obviously, we've got that established. But my whole thing is there going to be enough of young people that get in the positions of power to be able to move this where someday, it could be against the law. You know what I'm saying? It could be considered hate speech.
They're doing it in other countries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're making privately, you can't.
I just think it's
Like-
that's so ridiculous, bro. Women already getting equality. Obviously, they're not where they should be, just like minorities aren't, but we're making progress. You know what I'm saying? Where they were completely shut out of a lot of shit. Now the doors have opened up and they're getting the chances that they didn't have before. And that's good, you know, because there's a lot of shit that women have to offer.
I just emailed you something that maybe you could take a listen to for the cold open, and it's Joe Rogan, and it's titled "Male Feminists Are Weasels." So I figured you might like that.
Yeah.